Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest. It's the LA Chargers and the Green Bay Packers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Jaden Reed to return this. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Come on, set. 33, yellow, claw, 10. Ready.
Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down right along the 30. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Third and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Packers have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Give it away possession. with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? 50. Green. Ready?
Love from the gun. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Ready, ready. Yellow.
On first down, they'll run. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
Ready, break.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, full fury. Down. Ready?
Back-to-back carries here. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set, go.
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. He's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Chargers are going to opt for a 5th DB, 3rd down.
Check, smash. 52, blue. Hut.
Love out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 13-0 lead. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. This play goes for 36. And the Chargers will have a first.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
First down, Chargers.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. On the play fake, it's Herbert. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Some yardage lost and first down lost too with that grounding flag. This is second and long. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. He's got Hampton underneath. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 13. Brings up third and 9.
On third down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline.
Over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
White. Here we go. 33. Yellow. Cut.
They'll run it from the gun. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
Ready. Set.
Love now on first and 10. Throw is caught. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Ready.
First down, ball at the 36.
Hey, go Fury. Yellow. 43.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Give now to the running back. He's still going at the 30. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Black force set.
Back to the well again. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Ready.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Ready. 10 black.
Throw here, third down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up, Cam Hart. All right, defense did its job. Forced the offense into a third and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
Completed to his running back. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Gets him on the in route. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Running back sent in motion. To the air on 3rd and long. He put everything he's got behind it. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
And they're in some of the danger right there, Kate, when you're just over-aggressive. I get it. You want to capitalize on that takeaway. You want to take a shot. You want to add to the momentum of it. But you know what? Checkdowns can be your friend, too. You cannot force it in that situation.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Let's 52 blaster. 52 blue. Strike. Ready?
Another carry for him. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ready up.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Check view.
Love now. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Five still to go here. This is second down.
Here we go. Here, still. Check. 45. Watch. Set.
To the air with Love. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum. And that might just be the sack they needed.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Savion Williams that time. And that brings up 4th and long. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Oh no, they get him yet again. There he goes, pick 6, touchdown Green Bay. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. Things going well so far. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Offensive line fast. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Going to the left side, and Johnston has it. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert again. It's inside the 10. He's got it near the 10. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Lambert Smith now in motion. Hampton will take it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get their first point of this game just before halftime. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game.
Chargers 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Mega. 33, yellow. Hut.
Thrown on first down, Love. Throwing the out route complete. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Smack. Come on, set. Hut.
Shotgun now for Love. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route. And then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
No luck on the look to his back. And now it's 2nd down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Here we drill. 52. 60 red. 60 red. 6. Mega. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
Loves to throw again. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Ready?
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Steal. Check steal. Ready. Red. 38. Hut.
Air it out on 3rd. He connects with his back deep down the middle. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Whistles, and the offense just sneaks in that timeout. And they're going to get a chance to put up points as a result before halftime. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. McManus sends it through. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Defense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. That's complete to Johnston. Outright. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the right, pulled in by McConkey. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. And goes to the hurry up here.
14 more yards. That's another Chargers.
From the red zone now. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hurl this one away.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better and make it another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. Makes the play, working the sideline, but it takes him out right at the line. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Johnson finds the football, complete. It's an LA touchdown. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 10.
Chargers 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
On the double.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Takes the handoff now low. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Lone back gets the handoff. He's still going at the 30. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 16-point ball game.
This rookie on their roster, it is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level. But this rookie, he's putting on a show.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an out cut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing now, Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lat McConkey. So now they have 3rd and short.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Third down, give to Hampton. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Chargers, 1st down. A gain on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
1st and 10, Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now, Herbert. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Play action now for Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Rolling into enemy territory. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. This play gets down to the 42-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Into the gun. Here's Hampton. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Working quickly here. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Couldn't get it to Arondé Gadsden the second. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Kappa.
To throw, Herbert. escapes the pocket. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Packers loading up the secondary on third. 6 DBs out there. Herbert now. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers shrinking the lead some in the third. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 10.
31. Chargers 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Okay.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Check, view. Set,
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stop right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To the air with Love. Complete out to the right side. It's a small gain up to the 38. Tackle made by Elijah Molden.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing his Love on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
This our last play of the quarter. Second and 10. Herbert trying again. This is a heater going deep. And it is incomplete. Went big on the final play of our 3rd quarter. And nothing comes from it as we hit the break. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 3rd down, Herbert. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. Desperation time here. That one's good to McConkey. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a first down.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
McConkey's got it again. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line, he's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. So not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. So we're down to a 3-point game, and now going to try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, check, Meg. Set, hut. Yellow, 43. Set, hut.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Kid, I think I can even feel it up here in the booth. You feel this offensive line just gaining confidence. When you get chunk run after chunk run in this league, boy, those big guys say feed the run game.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Here we go. Ready.
Play fake, gets love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go. Set.
Back to the air. Love. As his target, that's Savion Williams. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready?
Nickel look by the Chargers here. 3rd down.
Ultra. Go ultra. Down. 33. Yellow. Hut.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Delivers another one to Williams. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
22 needle. Hey, go Fury. Ready. Set.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Ready.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Steal. Check steal. Black. 95. Ready.
From the pistol, here's Love. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Ultra. Let's go now.
He's back to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. A very short kick here from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. And likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he sure came his all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, Kappa. 21. Ready.
Back to throw it. Connecting on the slant. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Hits him on the out route. And he won't make the marker. If they rally to him in time, that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Result of the play.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Fight, 97. Block 40. Set.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Check strike. Here we ready.
Now Love on the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Here we go. Set. Red 38. Drill 52. Hut.
They'll run here on first down. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Ready up.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Smash. Come on. Ready.
They give it to him again. He has the Packer first down. And Brock, that should be enough to win this game.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here. Start with 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Hut.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
A loss of 2.
The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Here we go. Yellow 40. Hey, cross steal. Set. Hut.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Here's Love up to the line. 2-point attempts coming.
Steal. Check steal. Ready.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So this is a Packers win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.